Jacksonville Jaguars fans, welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan DeLugo. Thanks so much for being here Thursday, August 7th. Jaguars Training Camp, it's pretty much officially done. Preseason is starting, and, is preseason the official mark of the end of training camp? I think it's debatable. I think about that all the time. But the bottom line is, this is the next phase. You're now starting to face opponents that are not your own teammates. In my opinion, training camp is in the books and it's on to preseason. So with that said, right now we're going to look at, in my opinion, the Jaguars' top training camp stars, the players who made the most consistent impact day in, day out for the Jacksonville Jaguars throughout their 12 training camp practices over 2 weeks of training camp. That's what we're going to do right now. Top 5 stars. Am I going to cheat a little bit? Yes, I'm going to cheat a little bit. There's going to be more than 5 names here, but you'll see why here soon enough. Really appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. You can also check out genjag.com/shop, pick up some new Duval gear. Lots of fun stuff up on the site. So we will do one honorable mention. I wanted him in the top 5. I think he's right there with numbers 4 and 5. It's Foye Oluokun, leader, playmaker, great run defender, opportunistic player in pass coverage as well, really good athlete, smart, doing it all. Getting pressure on the quarterback, breaking up passes, getting run stuffs, being where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there. Foye Oluokun. He is my honorable mention player. And then we'll get into the top 5. At number 5, I have Travis Hunter. You may have heard of him. Travis Hunter, yes. Jacksonville Jaguars' second overall pick in 2025. Traded up 2 first-round picks, multiple other picks to get Travis Hunter. Big-time move up for Travis Hunter, and I think he's going to immediately pay off that move, playing both sides of the ball. You can point to, this play or that play or this practice, that practice, him making plays all over the field, whether it be offense, defense. The biggest reason I have Travis Hunter in the top 5, when he was not on the offensive side of the ball, you felt it. You really felt it in a negative way. And I'm not taking anything away from Brian Thomas Jr., who's a great player, going to be awesome. Maybe a better, well, not maybe. He is a better game day, blow the whistle, go dominate against an unfamiliar opponent than he is a practice player. Brian Thomas Jr., right? He's better in game than he is in practice. But he missed practice on Wednesday. The Jaguars offense did really well without him. And now I'm not suggesting that the Jaguars offense would do well without him in a game. I don't think that's the case. But you just didn't feel that. And that, again, this is just the training camp stars. You did not feel that missing element of the Jaguars passing offense without Brian Thomas Jr. yesterday the way you did when Travis Hunter was playing defense. And that's just the way it is. And that's training camp. I'm not saying Travis is better than Brian at receiver or anything like that right now. I'm just saying the gravity of Travis Hunter on the field, you really felt the negative impact of him not being on the offensive side of the ball when he wasn't out there. Very consistently. And he made a ton of plays. Big time plays. Was close to making some more plays, but he was really good and really competitive against somebody else that's going to be on this list. Actually, 2 other guys going to be on this list. And they're up next. It's Tyson Campbell at number 4. Jaguars starting outside corner, who Travis Hunter will play opposite of on the defensive side of the ball when Hunter's out there. Tyson Campbell has been a training camp star since 2022. Every time he's been available for training camp and ready to go for training camp, he has been a star out there. And that continued this year, even going up against Brian Thomas Jr. Did BTJ make his play? Sure. Did Diami have 1 or 2 catches against Tyson? Sure. More often than not, when you targeted Tyson Campbell, it did not go in your favor if you're Trevor Lawrence. And I mean, when you're talking about covering Brian Thomas Jr., De'Ami Brown, Travis Hunter at times, that's really impressive for Tyson. He is locked in. The question about Tyson Campbell is not his ability out there on the football field. It's not his athleticism, his length. He has all those things, the zone instincts, the zone eyes. It really is just staying healthy. And you just hope and pray that he's able to do that this year because Tyson Campbell is one of the Jaguars' best players. At number 3, we have not Travis, not Tyson, but Jordan Lewis, the other starting corner, in my opinion, come week 1. And yeah, I do think Travis Hunter's going to be his starting corner. He'll miss time at times. Like, he'll sub out. Jarian Jones will get out there. Buster Brown will get out there when he's healthy. But Jordan Lewis is the Jaguars' starting nickel, and maybe he could play some outside as well. We've seen him do it throughout his career at a high level. But Jordan Lewis at nickel has been an insane playmaker. I have never seen a corner, nickel or otherwise, make more plays on the ball than Jordan Lewis has this training camp, and he did it again today. Almost intercepted a pass, Trevor Lawrence targeting Travis Hunter. When you're talking about trying to pick up short yardage, when you're talking about passing to the flat, passing to the middle of the field, short, shallow, intermediate, trying to complete a pass against Jordan Lewis close to the red zone in condensed spaces. Good freaking luck, right? Good luck. He's unbelievable. So many plays where he's got a full extension for the football to get a hand on it or to intercept it or jumping a route where it looks like when the ball's released, it could be completed pretty easily. But Jordan Lewis, he's got that perfect timing. And this is a guy that was really good player for Dallas at nickel for a long time, has also played outside when needed. I think the Jaguars got themselves a steal in Jordan Lewis. Brings the right attitude as well. So I look at their cornerback group as a whole. I'm pretty excited about it. Excited about their receivers too. Because I think a couple other honorable mentions could be Parker and Josh Cephas and Brian Thomas Jr. Because even though he was a little up and down, I mean, some of the play, he probably scored more touchdowns than any other receiver by a pretty wide margin. So he just wasn't quite as consistent of an impact as he would like to be, as he probably will be during the regular season. So didn't quite make the list. But the receivers for the Jags have been impressive. We actually have 4 names left on the list. Actually 5. You're like, what the hell? So at number 2, it's the specialists. It is the specialists. Cam Little, Logan Cook, Ross Matisic. These guys are amazing. Logan Cook had a practice where, and he doesn't get a ton of work during team. They're not punting a lot during team in a competitive environment, right? But he had a practice where he got a ball where it stopped at the 1. The punt stopped at the 1. And then another in the same practice where he got the defense to jump off sides, the punt block unit to jump off sides. You do those 2 things in a practice as a punter, that's amazing. And then Cam Little, every practice except for 1, he's been perfect in team. So, I mean, he's been fantastic for the Jaguars. And Ross Matisic, you don't see as much from him during practice, but you got to give him a lot of credit as well for snapping the football to these guys, snapping the football to Logan Cook getting the hold down, and Cam Little knocking it through the uprights. So that's a 3-man unit that does an incredible job. And at number 1, y'all should be able to guess this. Josh Hines-Allen / Trayvon Walker. No, they are not the same player, but they play the same position, and they basically felt like they were interchangeable. Almost every play of training camp, one of them was in the backfield, or both of them were in the backfield. One of them was making a run stuff, or both of them were making a run stuff. They were awesome. The most consistent players in training camp. It's not as flashy in training camp from pass rushers, from edge rushers, as it might be for a receiver or a corner who's making plays on the football. But Trayvon Walker, I can't tell you how many batted passes he had. Josh Hines-Allen, I can't tell you how many would-be sacks. Run stuffs for both of them. Pressures, sacks for both of them. They were awesome. Absolutely awesome during training camp for the Jags. Brought it every single day. So that's the list. Yes, it was more than 5 players technically, but I think they all deserve to be mentioned. I think everybody that we talked about deserved to be mentioned today. And we have not talked about the quarterback. I did not have him in the top 5. Very well could have been. And I think that's a sign that this was a very productive training camp for a lot of football players. But Trevor Lawrence had his best training camp by far in his career. I just think when you think about some of these players, I think that they're just kind of further along in their career. Trevor Lawrence is changing a lot about his game right now. A lot of footwork, pre-snap, mental, all that stuff. And he did a great job doing it. I mean, took care of the football during training camp. Final numbers, 139 of 210, 22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 8 drops, 2 turnover-worthy plays. Those numbers are pretty unbelievable for training camp numbers. But he is still growing in this offense. He's still growing mentally and physically in this Liam Cohen offense. And I think he's going to be a lot better in a month than he is right now. I think he's going to be a lot better in 2 months than he is in a month. This is an offense that he's going to continue to grow in. He very well could have been on this list, and if we did a top 10, he definitely would have been. But Trevor Lawrence, I think people should be excited about what he can be in Liam Cohen's offense. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. See y'all tomorrow.